Good morning, good afternoon. So listen, today I want to talk to you guys in regards of uncertainty, okay? Because we all face uncertainty, and honestly, I recently just faced some uncertainty things, and I will say, like, when you're facing something uncertain, everything comes into question. Your faith, your belief, your trust, all of that, especially because it's the test of the will. Like, okay, so you say that you believe in me, you say that you trust in me, you say that you love on me, but when you're in a position that you don't know, and only God, only I can, get you up out of the situation, how are you going to react to it? How are you going to show me? Do you really? I feel like that's when your true faith come out. That's when your true belief come out, because it's easy to say I believe. It's easy to say, like, I trust. It's easy to say that, he's my God, when nothing uncertain is happening. Of course, we face like everyday things, but we're talking about uncertainty when things come into your life and you're like, bro, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it through, literally. You know what I'm saying? When the decision is in God's hands, I just feel like that's when God really gets to see. Not even, I don't even, because he's all knowing, so he knows. Sometimes we act like he can't see us, or he can't see our intentions, he can't see our true faith or belief. It's just us being revealed to ourselves. I feel like, honestly, when I was going through my uncertainty, it showed me so much in regards of my relationship with Christ, my belief, my faith, and things of that nature. So I wanted to talk about uncertainty. So let's get to it. Okay, so it says, and I started out with a scripture. It says, yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, because thy rod and thy staff shall comfort me. So the point of me making the video of uncertainty is to, remind you guys, even though I'm going to say this. The way that we should be walking in uncertainty is the way that we walk when we're not in uncertainty. So if you don't understand that, I'm going to say this. You know how when you're walking in boldness, you're walking in confidentness, when nothing is happening in your life, is the same way that you should be walking when uncertainty come into your life. No shift should be made in the way that you walk when you're walking uncertainty. Now, I'm not saying that we're immortal and that we don't have emotions. You know what I'm saying? But of course, feel your emotions. But your faith shouldn't waver. Your belief shouldn't waver. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes when things are shaken and things are uncertain, it's natural to feel that, and honestly, the enemy, he will definitely try to use that to shake you even more. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, the point of me discussing uncertainty is to remind you that, listen, regardless of what we go through, our faith shouldn't waver. Our belief shouldn't waver. And if it is wavering, hearken unto God. You know what I'm saying? Pray. If you pray regular, pray even more. You know what I'm saying? If you read regular, read even more. If you fasted before, fast some more. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, when the situation came about with me, I began to really, really, it exposed, like I said, it exposed my relationship with him. I got even more closer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right, God. He began to shine through me, and I was so amazed. I'm not even gonna lie, I was so amazed in regards of the way that he shined through, and the way that it was almost like I was able to see myself in the way that everything that God has done in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because he ministered, and I'm gonna go here, but he ministered to me, okay? Like, he ministered to me like he did the Israelites. Like, listen, remember when I brought you through this? Remember when he did that to me, and I'm like, holy crap, God, I ain't say no more, And although I wasn't fearing or anything like that, it was just, I was in my thoughts, and he's like, listen, all right, well, I'm hearing your thoughts, and I'm about to tell you right now, remember this? And then he just showed me, and I'm like, all right, say no more, God, I see you. I'm so grateful. It made me so grateful, So that is just the point of me talking about uncertainty. Just trust in God, and believe in God, and know that he's going to shine through you when you're going through uncertain things. And if you believe in him, and another thing, I'm going to say this. Understand, when you're going through uncertainty, God is going to use everything that you did, everything that he did before your uncertainty to remind you of what he has done. And that is going to be your fortitude. That is going to be your strength. Like, and that is just a reminder, like, hey, I've done this for you. I've done this here. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you think that I'm not going to do this here? And understand, even then, let his will be done, not yours. Let it be done, not yours. You know what I'm saying? So even come into peace with that, regardless of what you're facing. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that you're facing has a purpose. It has a purpose. Regardless if we like the outcome or not, it has a purpose. So yes, through uncertainty comes ministering. There were many instances where God ministered. Okay, so just a few of them here. When Elijah was running from Jezebel, you know what I'm saying? He sent the angel to minister to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, what's up? So even with the Israelites, in the part of the wilderness, reminding them of what he has done for them. Like, listen, what's up? So, and then also Moses and Joshua during the process of leading the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? He was ministering to them and showing them how to get them where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? And especially Moses, when how to get them out of Pharaoh's hand, because as he was making a move, God was still hardening the Pharaoh's heart. You know what I'm saying? So God had to minister to him a couple times to let him know, like, listen, regardless of what's happening, I'm still going to guide you to where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? To help these people get released. So yes, God is always going to minister to you. That is one thing that he is going to do, especially when you're in a lowly place. He's going to minister to you. So yes. In John 16:33, he said, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you may have trouble, but I have overcame the world. You know what I'm saying? So, and even then that should comfort you, you know. So sometimes, you know, God will reveal some things to you, even in your uncertainty, you know what I'm saying? But understand, he has overcome the world. And so will you, especially if you have him. He is going to go before you. And he's not going to let nobody stand before you, especially if you are following him, especially if you're being obedient to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing what you need to do when it comes to him, he is not going to let anything come up against you. Now, if certain things come out a certain way, that is his will. Okay. I'm not saying that he's always going to make a deliverance in regards of your desires. No, it's in regards of his will. So if he wants it to happen, then that's what's going to happen, you know. And it may not be what we want, and that's okay. And that's why I said you need to you know, just come into peace in regards of his will. You know, if you come into peace and allow it to be released and say, you know what, God, whatever it may be, let your will be done, not mine. Allow me to make peace with that. And that's why he said, I say these things to you to give you peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, so he's in you. He's the one that contains peace. And that goes back to the fruits of the spirit. You know what I'm saying? When you're uncertain, when you're in an uncertain area and you've been walking with Christ, that's when you see your fruits of the spirit flourish. You know what I'm saying? That's when you see that you'll be walking in grace. You'll be walking in joy. You'll be walking in peace. Because I will say, when God was ministering to me in my uncertainty, and it was like a weekend from a worldly perspective, it was like a weekend from hell. And I'm like, oh my God, like, God. I felt like I was at the Red Sea. You know what I'm saying? I had no control whatsoever. So that whole weekend, I'm like, yo, you know, not the whole weekend, but it was the start of the weekend. And I'm like, yo, this is a weekend where I'm literally in uncertainty and I don't know how this is going to go. And he ministered to me and my fruits of the spirit kicked in, like, you know what I'm saying? And it was almost like it was surreal, because I'm like, dang, God, am I supposed to be feeling like, you know, joyful, peaceful? Like, I was still able to, like, get my workouts in. I was still doing my videos, and y'all don't even know. There's certain videos where I was actually struggling in them videos, you know, with uncertainty. So, yeah, so the fruits of the spirit will kick in and you'll be like, let's go. So that's why I say, like, listen, just stay focused in God. Keep on trusting God. Keep on having faith in God. Keep on doing your due diligence when it comes to God, and keep on walking that walk, because when you walk that walk, understand that's when things That's when miracles happen. That's when, like, you know, you're in a safe place. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what is happening. So yes. Uncertainty draws out weakness. So yes, I'm gonna put it like this because I'm a living testament, okay? So listen, during my whole situation, I will say, like I said in the beginning of the video, it will show you in your faith and in your belief, okay? So it will demonstrate if you really believe. It will demonstrate. You may not like me saying this, but I'm gonna be so truthful with you, and I hope that you can be truthful with yourself, because God already knows. He already knows if you are someone that is, you know, lukewarm. He knows if your faith wavers. He knows if your belief wavers. Like, he knows where your trust level is. He knows where it is. So you are not faking nobody. The only person that you're faking is yourself. So I hope that you will be truthful with yourself when it comes to this. So understand, when you are going through uncertain situations, it's going to highlight this. And the point of me saying this is that if it does highlight it, it's okay. It's just, like I said, everything happens. It has a purpose. It has a purpose. So, and even then, let me tell you something. Even on my uncertainty, it drew my faith even deeper. Like, it drew my belief even deeper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, like, them roots was just all up down up in the ground, like, you know, like, it was there. So understand, like, if it's happening and it's, you know, revealing some things, understand God is giving you a chance. I would say a chance. Not even God giving you a chance, it's a chance for you to work on it. I'm not even gonna say God giving you a chance, not because it has, I'm not gonna say it has anything to do with that. I will say it's giving you a chance to draw deeper, draw closer, you know what I'm saying? And bring that faith even, you know, more to, you know, just a deeper level, you know? So yes, so it says, pulling you closer to Christ, seeking Christ's protection, and strengthening obedience. So all of this come apart when you are going through uncertainty. And then, and I will say it depends on the person, because sometimes people will fall backwards. They would say, you know what? God is supposed to be protecting me. Why am I going through this? And because I'm not going to say like it's just one-sided, because some people do get frustrated. Some people say, you know what? I'm tired of going through this. I'm out. If I can go through this, I can go through this without him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I would say, like, you benefit more when you have him, because like I said, the fruits of the spirit, it flourishes more. Like, you get the benefits of the fruits of the spirit. That's when you have that peace. That's when you have that joy. You know what I'm saying? Because God gave it to you. He says, listen, I give you something that I give you peace that the world can't give you or take from you. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it really, really kicks in. So yeah, so I would rather, even if I am going through trouble, oh, okay, cool, like, you know, let me hearken unto my God, let me pray unto my God, and I know I'm going to, even if it's the most toughest time, because it was in that period, you know, I was able to have peace, I was able to have joy, and I was able to, like, you know, see it through, you know, with grace, you know. So yeah, so, and even in that, like, I found myself, you know, like I said, finding my faith getting deeper, my belief getting deeper, my obedience is coming, like, you know, everything began to, like, strengthen even more. So yes. So it says, I wrote right here, every experience have a purpose. The way you go in will be completely different the way you come out. So in this uncertainty, for me, it was like definitely a life changer. I will say that, you know what I'm saying? Because things always do change, and especially in uncertainty. So, and in my change was that my faith and my belief was way more solidified. Like, it was way more like, my God, okay? Nobody but my God, period. You know, and I wrote here, I said, you can call it the furnace or the end of the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? Because and I wouldn't even say the end of the wilderness, but so I would say end of the wilderness, only because, like, you know, uncertainty is like, it's a part of the wilderness. I didn't want to call it the wilderness in general, because the wilderness comes with a whole lot. So I would say like the end of it. But the furnace part, I would say, like, listen, you're being tried. Your faith is being tried. Your belief is being tried. Like, all of that is being tried, you know. And then one of my videos I have wrote, well, I wrote, but I said, like, you know, the enemy will test any and everything. I won't even say test, but he will tempt you in any and everything and use it as a distraction. Like, so it can even very much be your health. It can even very much be your finances. It can even be very much your relationships, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally anything. The enemy will try to do that as a distraction to get you not to deepen in your relationship with Christ. You know what I'm saying? Or stop you from your purpose. So understand, if you're going through uncertainty, it can very much be even just the enemy also, like, you know, just doing what he do, you know, to get you distracted. But don't allow him to distract you. And that's why I wrote this strictly about, you know, God and deepening your relationship, because God is the primary focus and should be the primary focus. So I hope that you was edified from this video. If it resonates with you, please like, share, and comment.